Could mean life or death as Hurricane Milton approaches.
We have team coverage of the storm and its impact. Rena Roy is in Tampa as they brace for landfall. Kimberly Richardson is in LaGuardia as families arrive here in New York to escape the storm. But we begin with Brittany, who's tracking the latest movements. Brittany.
And I want to start with some key points. So this afternoon, Milton is a tad weaker, but it's still a major Category 4 hurricane. Max sustained winds near 145 miles per hour. It's growing in size and picking up speed. And when you notice looking at the satellite view, the eye wall isn't as defined and it's lopsided. That center circulation 155 miles southwest of Tampa. The outer bands already bringing heavy rainfall to Fort Myers, Sarasota, tracking towards Tampa, spawning multiple tornado warnings for parts of Florida. Those are the red color boxes, and a tornado watch in that yellow color that continues throughout the overnight hours through early tomorrow. It makes landfall as a high-end Category 3, low-end Category 4 after 8 p.m. in between Tampa, Sarasota, and Port Charlotte. Hitting inland, a major hurricane, Category 1 through early tomorrow morning and moving offshore Thursday afternoon. It tracks away from the East Coast late this weekend, heading into early next week. The bottom line for the impact, storm surge could approach 10 to 15 feet, near 8 to 12 feet close to Tampa Bay. Winds over 110 miles per hour close to the eye wall. Rainfall totals up to 5 to 12 inches and multiple tornadoes possible. Sandra?
Thank you very much, Brittany. As Milton barrels toward Florida, the biggest concerns, high winds and potentially record-breaking storm surge. Now, the window to evacuate, it is quickly closing as that storm moves in. Tampa expected to be dangerously close to where the storm will make landfall, and that is where we find ABC's Rena Roy. Rena?
Yeah, Sandra, well, I can tell you that we are already starting to feel the outer bands of Hurricane Milton here in the Tampa Bay area. You can see behind me there was wind starting to pick up. Rain has been picking up consistently for hours, and officials are warning people who have not yet evacuated. As you said, time is running out. As Hurricane Milton closes in on Florida, emergency crews across the state are preparing for this monster hurricane. And they're reminding people, if you do not evacuate, you're on your own during the storm. They will not be able to reach you.
You still have time to evacuate.
Milton has the potential to be one of the most destructive hurricanes on record for west central Florida. Historic storm surge of 8 to 12 feet possible for the Tampa Bay and Fort Myers areas. An even bigger storm surge of 10 to 15 feet is expected in Sarasota and further south. FEMA's administrator says they have resources in place to help afterwards, but warns anyone near the water is in extreme danger.
This storm is going to be like nothing they have seen before. You need to move away from the water. The water is what kills people, and nobody has to die.
Authorities going around neighborhoods warning residents to leave.
Sarasota County has issued an evacuation.
The Florida Aquarium also preparing moving its African penguins from their usual home on the first floor to higher ground to keep them safe from any potential storm surge.
They moved up to the second floor, well above any type of tidal surge.
Hurricane hunters in the thick of Milton, showing extreme turbulence jolting the plane as they track the storm's every move. On the ground, people fortifying their homes, one homeowner even using heavy-duty straps to tie down his home. Some Floridians riding out the storm.
I feel pretty comfortable where I'm at. I got plenty of food and supplies, so I'm just going to stick it out.
And very strong wind gusts, more than 100 miles per hour, are possible during landfall here in the Tampa area. David, Sandra.
Thank you, Rena. Rena, stay safe. You and the crew. Many of us in the